Have you ever looked at someone in their 90s, still walking tall, smiling wide and full of life, and wondered, what's their secret? Maybe you've even thought, is it really possible to feel good, stay sharp, and enjoy life all the way to 100? If that question has ever crossed your mind, you're not alone. The truth is, many of us dream of a long, healthy life, not just more years on the calendar, but more life in our years. And the good news? It's more possible than ever. You see, around the world, there are small pockets of people who live longer and healthier than anyone else. They're called blue zones. These are places where folks routinely live into their 90s and hundreds without losing their energy, mobility, or joy for life. Places like Okinawa in Japan, Sardinia in Italy, and Ikaria in Costa Rica. And no, it's not because of magic genes. In fact, research shows it's more about how they live than what they were born with. So in this video, we're diving into 5 powerful lessons from the world's healthiest seniors. These aren't complicated routines or expensive supplements. They're simple, everyday habits that you can start adopting right now, no matter your age. Let's start with the first lesson. It's something we often overlook, but it just might be the foundation for a long, meaningful life: staying socially connected. In every one of these long-living communities, people are deeply connected to their families, their friends, and their neighbors. They don't live in isolation, they live in community. That sense of belonging gives them a reason to get up in the morning. It gives them someone to laugh with, someone to talk to, someone to care for. And that emotional nourishment does wonders for the body and mind. Loneliness, on the other hand, can be just as damaging as smoking or a poor diet. And here's the best part. Staying connected doesn't mean throwing big parties or being the life of the room. It could be something as simple as having tea with a neighbor once a week, calling your grandkids regularly, or joining a walking group at the local park. A kind word, a shared memory, or even just a smile. Those little moments of connection build up, and they help us feel like we still matter, because you do. Now that leads right into the second lesson, something just as powerful and equally overlooked: having a sense of purpose. In Okinawa, they call it Ikigai, which roughly means reason for being. It's the idea that each day has meaning and that your life has a role beyond just getting through the day. And what's beautiful is that purpose doesn't have to be grand. For some, it's caring for a garden. For others, it's mentoring a younger generation. It could be writing letters, cooking meals, sharing wisdom, or simply being there for someone who needs a listening ear. Purpose fuels your soul, keeps your mind active, and gives your heart a reason to keep beating strong. Even after retirement or when the kids have grown, your life still has meaning. Every story you share, every kind act you give, it all adds up. You might not realize it, but someone out there needs your light. So take a moment. Ask yourself, what makes me feel useful? What brings me joy? What would I do even if no one paid me to? That's where your purpose lives. And the beauty of it is, it can evolve. You're never too old to discover a new calling or reignite an old passion. Now, when you put those two together, connection and purpose, you've already set the stage for something remarkable. You start waking up with more energy, more peace, and more joy. You start living, not just existing. And before we move forward, take a deep breath. Think about someone you love, someone who brings you joy. Now imagine spending more years with them, with energy in your step and a sparkle in your eye. That's what this is all about. Not just the years in your life, but the life in your years. Now, while connection and purpose feed your spirit, there's another quiet habit that feeds your body, without making you feel like you're on a diet. It's what the healthiest seniors around the world do naturally, without calorie counting or strict food plans. They eat mindfully and moderately. In Okinawa, they even have a saying, Hara Hachi Bu. It means eat until you're 80% full. Not stuffed, not miserable, just satisfied. And this habit alone can have a huge impact on longevity. Why? Because overeating, even healthy foods, can strain your body over time. Digestion becomes harder, blood sugar spikes, weight creeps up. But when you stop before you're full, you give your body just what it needs, and nothing it doesn't. And it's not just how much they eat, it's what they eat. These long-lived seniors focus on simple, wholesome foods: beans, vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and healthy fats like olive oil or avocado. They treat meat more like a side dish than the main course. And sugary treats? Rare and occasional, not everyday staples. One of the most striking things is how they treat food not just as fuel, but as something sacred. Meals are slow, plates are colorful, family and friends gather to eat together. And that changes everything. When we slow down and enjoy our food, we digest better, we stress less, and we feel more satisfied with less. So maybe the next time you prepare a meal, you pause. You fill your plate with colorful, fresh foods. You sit down, breathe, and eat with intention. It's not about being perfect. It's about being kind to your body, one bite at a time. Let's talk about movement, because it's another lesson that might surprise you. The world's healthiest seniors don't run marathons. They're not sweating it out in gyms or lifting heavy weights. Instead, they move naturally throughout their day. They garden. They walk to visit a friend. They sweep the floor, knead dough, carry groceries, and play with their grandkids. Their lives are designed around gentle, continuous movement. And here's the thing, this kind of movement is sustainable. It doesn't wear you out, it energizes you. You're not forcing yourself to exercise. You're simply living in a way that keeps your joints loose, your heart active, and your muscles strong. It's the kind of movement that doesn't feel like a chore, it feels like life. So think about how you can build natural movement into your own day. Maybe it's walking to the mailbox instead of driving. Maybe it's tending a small garden or dancing to your favorite song while cooking. These small choices, repeated over and over, keep your body young without the burnout. Movement isn't just physical either. It clears your mind. It boosts mood. It helps you sleep better. And when you move with joy and intention, your body responds in kind. Now, we've covered 3 powerful lessons so far: staying socially connected, living with purpose, and nourishing your body with mindful eating and natural movement. These habits aren't extreme. They're not trends or fads. They're the quiet, consistent things that add up to decades of vibrant living. And perhaps what's most beautiful is that none of these require a radical overhaul of your life. They simply ask you to come back to the basics, to tune in, to slow down, to love deeply, eat wisely, and move with grace. And as we continue this journey, there's one more deeply powerful practice shared among nearly all long-lived seniors. One that has nothing to do with what you eat or how often you move, but everything to do with how you feel inside. It's peace, a deep inner calm that seems to radiate from these people, whether they're 75 or 105. And that peace often comes from one simple but powerful source: gratitude and faith. Whether it's spiritual belief, a connection to nature, or simply pausing to give thanks for the little things. The world's longest living seniors share this quiet strength of perspective. They don't chase youth. They don't fear aging. They accept life as it comes with grace and gratitude. In Sardinia, elders are respected as keepers of wisdom. In Costa Rica's Nicoya Peninsula, many begin and end their day with prayer or reflection. In Japan, even the most ordinary moment, a cup of tea, the sound of wind in the trees, is honored as sacred. This mindset doesn't just help you live longer, it helps you enjoy the years you have. When you wake up each day with a sense of thankfulness, your body relaxes, your stress melts, your immune system strengthens, you sleep deeper, you connect more freely. That inner peace becomes like a protective shield, one that guards your heart, mind, and body from the wear and tear of stress and worry. It doesn't mean life is always easy. These seniors still experience loss, pain, and struggle, but they don't let those things define them. Instead, they find joy in small rituals: tending to plants, walking to the market, baking bread for a neighbor. They don't need fancy vacations or expensive therapies to feel alive. They simply embrace the rhythm of ordinary life and find extraordinary beauty within it. So maybe living to 100 isn't about chasing the next big health trend. Maybe it's about remembering the wisdom that's already been passed down for generations. Stay connected, wake up with purpose, eat simply and gratefully, move your body with love, and nurture peace within. And if you're thinking, it's too late for me, let me tell you, it's not. The human body is remarkably forgiving. You can begin today. One phone call to a friend, one walk around the block, one moment of quiet thankfulness, one healthy meal prepared with joy. You don't need to do it all at once. Just begin. Living well into your 90s and beyond isn't a distant dream. It's the result of small, consistent choices rooted in love, connection, movement, nourishment, and peace. You already have everything it takes. This is not about perfection. It's about progress. It's about honoring the life you've lived while still reaching for the life you can live. If this message spoke to you, if you feel inspired or uplifted, please share your thoughts in the comments. What's one small habit you want to add to your life starting today? I'd love to hear it. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. I've got more inspiring, practical content coming just for you because you deserve to feel empowered, healthy, and hopeful at every age. Thank you for spending this time with me. Here's to living your fullest, healthiest, most joy-filled life at 60, 70, 80, and beyond. Until next time, take care of your body, your mind, and your soul. You are not just growing older, you're growing wiser, stronger, brighter. Here's to a beautiful, vibrant you.